One movie that I found really inspiring was an American film called Lars and the Real Girl. It's about an emotionally stunted young man, played by Ryan Gosling, who's deeply lonely. He's living in a garage at the back of his sister's house, and he orders one of those blow-up dolls. He dresses her up, and she becomes his chaste partner. He names her, and he creates a whole story about her, about the fact that she was a missionary in South America and she's returned home. And he ends up investing this kind of whole fantastical world of this beautiful, chaste relationship between him and this doll. So his sister goes to a psychiatrist and says, "What do I do? This is crazy." He wants to bring the doll to dinner, wants to walk the doll around town. And the psychiatrist said, "Oh, well, don't break the fantasy. That could be very psychologically damaging. You've got to go with the fantasy and allow him to slowly be weaned off this doll." So her and her husband have great difficulty doing that, but there's a lot of comical scenes where her husband, who I think is a builder or a truck driver, has to pretend that Bianca is actually a real member of the family. And there's even a scene where they go to the minister of the church and they explain to him that he's going to be bringing Bianca to church, and he has the whole church accept this thing in this man's life with a view to moving him forward. And it's a beautiful, beautiful picture of this doll. Basically represents Lars's brokenness, Lars's desperate loneliness, Lars's fear and his laziness. And then the pictures of his sister and her husband and of the minister and the psychiatrist and of the whole community, slowly but surely accepting his brokenness, not saying it's a good thing or a natural thing, accepting it, acknowledging him in grace and with love, and allowing him to slowly but surely let this doll go, which he does. I found it a deeply moving picture because the doll represents human brokenness. Lars is a very attractive and appealing guy, and the way this community responds is just the way I reckon churches and neighbourhoods should be. We are all broken people, and churches ought to be places where we are accepted, but we're loved and acknowledged, but we're always called to move beyond our fear and our laziness without accepting that happens just like that, without expecting someone just to suddenly cease this or change that or do that, but to allow us in the context of a community to slowly but surely allow courage and work, the courage and work of Christ in our lives to lead us on to something better than we are. I don't think we can do it on our own. And I think that film really beautifully demonstrates that this is a communal activity for all of us.